My aunt stole money from my grandmother for years, so I reported her to the IRS. When my grandmother died in her late 80s, my aunt immediately tried to rush the inheritance. She wanted everyone to skip an audit, sell the house fast, split the remaining cash, and move on. My dad thought that was suspicious, especially because the numbers didn't make sense, so he and my uncle demanded a full financial audit going back several years. That fees when everything started falling apart. The audit showed insane charges all over my grandmother's fees accounts. There were monthly grocery bills of over $1,000 to $2,000 for a 90-year-old woman living mostly alone. There were payments for 6 cell phones, even though my grandma only had a landline. There were gas charges for a truck she hadn't owned in years, and somehow my aunt had charged my grandmother for things like a new roof, garage doors, and home security work, all through her husband Faye's construction company with massively inflated prices. And it got worse. My grandmother Faye's money had paid for 2 vacations to Europe for my aunt. My estranged aunt had been getting $2,000 a month for years. Her son had been getting $2,500 a month. My cousins all got special birthday payouts that me and my siblings never received. On top of that, my aunt had taken about $200,000 from my grandmother, as Faye loans Faye for her husband Faye's failing construction business. Jewelry and valuables from the house had also mysteriously disappeared. By the time everything was uncovered, my Aunt Faye's husband had already bankrupted the company, so that money was gone. In probate, the lawyer made it very clear this looked like fraud and breach of fiduciary duty. In the end, my aunt got nothing from the inheritance. My other aunt got almost nothing too. The rest was divided properly, and all the grandkids finally got paid what we were supposed to get. But I still was fate done. Because once I saw how badly she had ripped off my grandmother, and how she even tried to screw me personally out of my own money. I sent all the paperwork to the IRS. About a year and a half later, I got called in for an appointment. The IRS had investigated everything. It turned out my aunt had hidden about $1.2 million in income over 5 years. She ended up owing roughly $420,000 in taxes and penalties. She couldn't pay, so her house was sold, her cars were sold, her finances were destroyed. She and her husband had to leave the state and disappear to some depressing desert town. And the best part, the IRS paid me $60,000 for reporting her. She really should just given me my $10,000.